this new podcast, Big Town Improv, they're calling it.
Oh, Big Town Improv? I've never heard of such a thing.
Well, take a look at the latest front page. They say that Jesse Moriarty and Josh Pilch are putting on a improv podcast.
Well, say now, those two are really funny. Jesse and Josh, I'm looking at this latest front page here, but surely such a show would be cost prohibitive, wouldn't it?
Well, let me, it says continued on B5, so I'll just flip the newspaper.
On the latest B5, huh?
Yep, and here we are. It looks like the improv podcast that Jesse and Josh are doing is free to all.
Well, say now, that's a deal that I can get behind.
Yeah, and it looks like Jesse and Josh are about to explain exactly what the podcast is on the radio. Let me turn it on. That's right, folks. A brand new improv podcast from me, Jesse Moriarty, the founder and creator of Jesse Moriarty's Nose Hair Wax, and my partner, Joshua Pilch.
Hello. Yes, indeed. And you're listening to Big Town Improv. The year, of course, is...
This year.
Yep, this year. Yeah, you're listening to Big Town Improv. And that, of course, is an improvised podcast. Jesse and I are going to tell some true stories from our lives, and that's going to inspire a montage of short, small, improvised scenes.
And then the second half of Big Town Improv is taken up by the patented Big Town Big Scene, in which we will have multiple characters, locations, and events happening in a continuous, long, big narrative scene.
That's right. And I'm happy that we heard back from the patent office.
Thank you, yes. As a reminder, Big Town Improv is brought to you by Dr. Printwhistle's Flax Powder, the only flax powder that you'll ever need.
Yeah. I've tried all the flax powders, and always when you use them, you end up needing a second flax powder. Not this one, not Dr. Flintwhistle. They figured out how to just have one flax powder. Sorry, I get carried away on Flintwhistle.
Yeah. Well, Josh, I'm glad to have you here for our Big Town Improv. Well, Josh, tell some tales, some stories of life and time.
Yeah, I tell tales.
All right. Well, would you like to inspire those tales with some random words?
Oh, yes. That sounds absolutely perfect to me.
Well, here are your words. Fortune, host, transport, scandal, twitch, manage, mention, pit, permission, and privacy.
Ooh. Okay. Wow.
What's the weirdest mode of transportation you've ever taken, Josh?
Ooh. I feel like we might have talked about this a little bit. And I feel like you were much more... You've had many more modes of transportation than I. This summer I was doing a little bit of stand-up paddleboarding.
You have a nice tight five for your stand-up paddleboarding?
Yeah, I was going around on the paddleboard, being like, what else is in the news? No, I was visiting my relatives in Wisconsin, the land of 1,000 lakes. Did you know that?
Were there actually 1,000?
I only went to one lake, but apparently Wisconsin has like a ton of, I think way more than 1,000 lakes.
I see.
And
are they the very land of lakes of the butter?
Of the butter? I don't know. That I don't know.
Because they're also known for their dairy.
That's true. Yeah, I had so much cheese while I was there. I couldn't get away from it. And when I was stand-up paddleboarding, I was like, it's hard to get your balance and I wanted to test my ability to balance. But first I was like, okay, I'm just going to I'm going to sit down. I'm going to paddle myself to the other side of the lake. And then I'm going to try to pop up, stand up, and get myself back to the other side of the lake.
And how did that work?
As I was doing that, there was a speedboat kept going by and like making it very, very wavy. So that made it tough, but I made it to the other side of the lake. Then I popped up. I was like, I know the speedboat's going to come back the other way. So I got to paddle myself before the speedboat comes back. And I was able to pop up. I got my balance. I was standing. I started paddling, and then half of the oar flew out from the part that was supposed to lock it in place, and then just fell into the lake. So then I quick, plopped back down, and I was like kicking myself very uncoolly toward the half of the oar that was in the lake. And then I was just about there. I reached out to grab it, and then it completely filled with water and sunk to the bottom of the lake. So I wasn't as cool as I had hoped I would be on the stand-up paddleboard.
It's a pity.
Or SUP, as they call it.
I've heard people call it SUP, but only like dedicated stand-up paddleboarders.
Right. People who have like a full hour of paddleboard stand-up.
Speaking of interesting transport, just earlier today I got to ride in a Model T car.
Model T?
That one of my friends had restored.
Whoa! You have a friend who like restores old cars?
Well, this has been a project they've been working on as a hobby for several years.
That's awesome.
Restoring this Model T, yes. They just finished doing the brakes and everything, so it was street legal. We drove around the block on this little Model T car, which has no seatbelts and vibrates enormously.
They didn't figure out how to get rid of the vibration until later.
Well, I found out that when built, they weren't really meant to go on paved roads, because paved roads weren't exactly a thing. So apparently, like, it actually is a smoother ride, like going across dust and stuff. The vibration just distribute or something.
So when the Ford Model T was getting made, there were dirt roads.
I don't think everywhere, but there were still quite a lot of unpaved road. Yeah.
Whoa. Who's this friend of yours?
He's actually the property manager here at my apartment complex.
Oh, and he was just like, "Hey, come take a ride in my car. I just finished it."
I was taking the recyclables out, and he comes and he just drives up in his little Model T, and he's like, "Hey, you want to ride?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
Have you like hung out with him before, or just like?
I mean, not in a non-Model T related situation.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. But of course, as you said earlier, I've been on many kinds of modes of transportation.
Yeah.
The hot air balloon.
The hot air balloon.
The train.
Sure, I've been on the train before.
The aeroplane.
Yeah, okay. Well, now it's... These are pretty common, I would say.
The paddle wheel steamer.
No, I've never been on a paddle wheel steamer. I'll admit that.
The horse.
I've never ridden a horse. Have you?
I've ridden a horse, man. I've ridden
Really?
a camel.
And a camel. I've ridden a camel and an elephant, like at the zoo when I was a kid, when they used to do that kind of thing, but not like, a large distance.
Yes, they didn't really let us take our camels deep into the desert, which was a pity.
I see. What desert?
Morocco.
Oh.
So you think you got what it takes to be a stand-up paddleboarder, is that right?
Yeah. This is I've been looking forward to this vacation. I thought I'd try out all kinds of stuff on the water. I'm just here to relax.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a strange reaction.
all right. Well, here's your paddle board.
Cool.
There's just a couple of
big.
safety things I got to go over by law.
Oh yeah.
So first of all, make sure you're not completely submerged under the water. You won't be able to breathe.
Okay, right. That's
Also, there are speedboats on this lake.
Oh.
Be zipping around, you know.
Okay.
And in the hottest years, a creature comes to this lake. El demonio que hace trofeos de los hombres, we call it. The demon who makes trophies of men.
Hold on, let me go back what you just said. In the hottest years, a creature comes to the lake?
Yes.
What do you mean by that? Is this one of the hottest years?
It actually is. Yeah, we're having a bit an unusual unseasonal heat wave. Surely you can feel it's quite warm for Wisconsin.
That's true. That is true about this year, 2024. Do you think that's because of climate change?
It could be because of climate change. Yeah. But
let's not worry about that. So a creature, you say?
Yes, a creature. Some say from the stars comes to the lake and hunts man. More specifically, he hunts stand-up paddleboarders.
What? What do you mean? And so you know who this is? What was the name again?
El demonio que hace trofeos de los hombres. The demon who makes trophies out of men.
Okay.
And I say he, but you know what? You're right in calling me out on that because I don't know for sure that this is a. That
you don't know the monster's pronouns?
I'm afraid I don't. Anyway, there's a couple of things that you should just be aware of. The first is,
I thought, there's more.
Well, first that he has. I'm sorry. They have some kind of device that shoots superheated plasma at a target.
All right, I'm not going stand-up paddleboarding.
Come on. It's a lot of fun. Look at everyone on the lake having a great time. This is the most fun we've ever had.
Oh, man. They do look like they're really having fun.
Whoa,
right.
Here comes a wave. Whoa.
Oh, no. I think the creature just ate that guy.
No, he doesn't eat you. He kills you and then, removes your skull and spine, strips it of its flesh and makes a trophy of it.
Oh, and now I look again. That is what he did. They did. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. As much fun as they're having, the risk hardly seems worth the reward.
I admit that you looked at a bad moment.
I looked at the worst possible moment.
But if you just incline your head slightly to the right.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
all right. It's more people having fun. Who cares?
This is worth putting our lives in danger.
Figures. What? Oh, sorry. This is my girlfriend, Jean. I knew you wouldn't actually go stand up paddleboarding. Oh, come on, Jean. Look how dangerous it is.
No,
it's fine.
Hold on, Jean. Maybe your boyfriend has a point after all. Like, we've lost several paddleboarders this season to the creature.
Yeah, now that you mention it, look at that trophy case on the other side of the lake. It's all humans. It's all shellacked humans with no bones. You can tell.
Yeah, they don't have bones. But I mean, that's. But in fairness to Jean, you're not looking quite close enough because in colder years you can simply see small golden cups that we award to the best.
Well, it's not one of the colder years. Of course, Johnny. You never finish anything you start. Oh, wait a minute! I'm gonna prove to my girlfriend that I'm actually pretty tough, and I do finish what I start, and that this relationship is actually healthy. All right, give me that paddleboard,
Okay,
sir.
I'm gonna give you the paddleboard, but I just want you to be aware that, like, acting aggressively, it tends to draw the attention of
I got the
of the
oar
creature.
and hop. Standing up. Oh, yeah, I got my balance. Here I go. Later, Gene and paddleboard man. Here I go.
Gene, are you sure about this?
Oh, he's just pretending. I'm sure he'll turn around in 1 minute, saying he's gonna, play video games instead. Just like when he said he'd start a business. I'm
Okay,
not
there's
listening. I'm paddling. This is the most fun I've had in my life.
This is obvious. There's obviously a lot, something going on in your relationship beyond, the paddleboarding. I think.
I'm paddling. Look at how far I'm getting in the lake. This is so fun. I love this. Oh no. Oh no. What are the odds? He's right next to me. I mean,
I prefer him.
that's what I said. Him. What's he doing? He's shooting little fireballs at me. I didn't know that was
Gene.
part of this.
Gene, the creature, it's on him. Whoa, he's actually managing to avoid it for now on the paddleboard. I've never seen paddleboarding like this. But the creature is on its own paddleboard, and it's after him.
Oh no, has this ever happened before? Did the creature ever get a paddleboard himself?
It's never been necessary before. Normally, it just comes at you.
By the way, his pronouns are he, him.
Everybody, the creature's pronouns are he, him.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
We will say that now.
From now on.
Yeah.
Hey, creature, please don't kill me. I'm just trying to show off for my girlfriend. I don't think our relationship's really going very well.
Why don't you think that?
Why don't I think that?
That's right.
Well, hold on. Let me sit cross-legged on my board. Well, you see,
Pull up, paddle up next to you, sit next to you.
Thank you. I feel really safe and heard. It's just, I don't know. It just feels like I can never do anything right around her, no matter.
Gene, it's lulling him close. It's gonna use its razor net that lacerates you once it gets close enough, Gene.
I barely even care. He's probably just complaining about me.
Gene, he's a living being. There's a life at stake here.
Whatever. I want to go jet skiing.
Oh, Gene. I can get my megaphone here. Johnny, I'm here with Gene on the beach. You're right. Get out of this toxic relationship.
Did you hear what he said, creature?
I did. Laser net.
I've been lasered. Oh, wait, I've told you so much about myself in my life. Please, can you just leave my skeleton inside of me?
I already have the shellac out.
No, come on.
Hold on, kid. I'm coming. Paddle. That's right. Give me your hand. Get on my paddleboard.
I'm still caught in this laser net.
That's all right. I brought my laser scissors. I'll cut through it.
Good, thank you.
No.
Oh, the monster looks mad. He's shooting lasers. But wait, I'm sure we'll paddle back in no time. Yeehaw! I'm on a jet ski.
It's a jet ski.
Whee! Oh, Gene, no!
She's coming right at us.
Look out! Whoa! She splashed the monster away.
Ah, the waves.
He's not a strong swimmer.
No, without his paddleboard, he's floundering there.
Goodbye, monster. Wow. Gene, you saved me. You're my hero.
Wow, Gene, we misjudged you.
No, you didn't. I'm still extremely judgmental of you.
Wow, I think we've learned something today, Johnny.
What?
That someone can knock a monster over with a jet ski and
That's true. I wouldn't have assumed that.
And still be something of a toxic person.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Well, anyway, I should update the safety board with that the monster is vulnerable to jet skis.
That's important information, I think.
And also with his pronouns.
Yes. You taking out the garbage?
Yeah, I might be taking out the garbage. Why are you asking?
You recognize me, right? I'm the superintendent here at this building.
Sure, I recognize you. You're the superintendent. It's your job to take care of problems in the building. I ain't got no problems. Why are you talking to me?
Yeah, normally I wouldn't talk to you unless you had some problems, but I got something to say to you, tenant from 44B.
Yeah, all right. I'm the tenant from 44B. That's the unit that I occupy. So what of it? Why are you talking to me? If I ain't got a problem,
Well,
superintendent.
cuz I want to offer you a ride. Do you want to get in the airplane I built?
Hold on here a moment. Superintendent.
Yeah.
I'm walking over here, and I'm seeing this strange construction that you've created. Now, Mr. Wright, what is this thing supposed to do exactly?
Oh, this thing here? The aeroplane?
That's what I'm asking. It's a
It's
strange
supposed
name.
to fly a human into the air.
Look, you know, Mr. Wright, I always thought that if God had wanted to give man the ability to soar through the air, like his creations, the birds, he would have given man wings, which he has not done. So you're saying that you have constructed a machine to defy that will and carry a man through the clouds?
That is correct. And sure, I understand. We do not have wings like the Boyds, but we do have the ability to use tools and create machines. And to give rides to our favorite tenants here at the Kitty Hawk Luxury Apartments.
You're saying I'm your favorite tenant, me, 44B?
Yeah, 44B, I appreciate you. You give me a nice tip when I fixed your sink.
It was good work you did on that sink.
Thank you. I replaced it with a new sink.
That's right. The old sink wasn't working, and the new sink does. I felt like that deserved some recognition.
Thank you.
But it doesn't mean that I'm not still a little bit hesitant about this machine, which defies the laws of nature, Mr. Wright.
All right, fine. I'm gonna just go ride on my aeroplane myself then. Nope. What?
Now, hold on. No, I don't know if I'd get another opportunity to ride in an aeroplane.
No, you probably won't. Only one exists in the world.
This world?
This world right here that's got Boyds in it.
All right, I'll ride the aeroplane.
All right. As you can see, I have affixed two long cardboard wings to the side of a wooden barrel, which I have hollowed out into two seats and put a fan on the front of it as a makeshift propeller.
Now, hold on.
What?
How's the aeroplane supposed to take to the air?
Well, I use this cockpit I got here. That's what I call the front seat.
Oh, I get it. It's a little bit off color, huh? In a cockpit.
Yeah, my man. High five.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's soar into the sky like Icarus of old.
Indeed. Directly to the sun we shall go.
It's working.
Hey, it's working. It's working.
We're rising off the ground into the domain previously only owned by angels and boys.
I feel like I'm working like a Boyd in the world.
Oh, this is incredible, Mr. Wright. Say, I feel so connected to you. Would you adopt me as your brother?
What, sure, but now, since you bring it up, I don't see any reason not to. But I've only ever known you as Tenant 44B. Will you be called 44B, right?
No, I don't think that would be appropriate. Instead, I shall go by my Christian name, which is Orville.
Orville Wright. Hey, well, I never told you my name, the superintendent. My name is Wilbur.
So together the two of us are Orville and Wilbur Wright?
Yes, that's who we are. Orville and Wilbur Wright, the Wright brothers. And now, as I land my new aeroplane, I just want to make it clear that obviously I invented this thing. You just joined me for a couple minutes. You are not the inventor of it. I don't know why I'm even bringing it up, but I, Wilbur Wright, am the inventor of the aeroplane. You are my new brother, Orville.
Hello, newspapers. The Wright brothers have just invented an aeroplane.
What
Together.
A picture, please? Snap,
For
snap.
both of you.
No, it shouldn't be both of... I am the mayor of Kitty Hawk, and I'm here to congratulate both you, Wilbur, and Orville Wright.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Mayor.
What
It was
the
a
heck?
team effort. It was a joint effort between me and my beloved brother.
Of course, and I have no reason to doubt that. A parade for both Wright brothers. Well, wait a minute, he wasn't even my
Huzzah!
brother until a
Huzzah!
moment ago.
Excuse me, I represent the U.S. Army. Could we use this invention to drop bombs on people?
Well, I don't know if that's the best use.
Absolutely. I'll just sign this paperwork right
Don't
here.
sign the paper. I should have signed the paper as I was saying I don't think that's a good idea. Oh.
Excellent. You've just created the greatest vehicle for warfare in the last 200 years.
No. I don't know if Wilbur Wright wanted that.
Excuse me. I represent Delta Barrels on Wheels. Could we use your invention to carry people from place to place?
Well, yeah, I think that's probably a good use of it. But maybe you and I could have a meeting alone so that...
Naturally, I'll sign, what's that, $8 for in perpetuity use of the machine? Absolutely.
We should make a lot more money than that. Oh, Orville, I grab you by your lapels. Why are you doing this to me? You've ruined me, and you actually didn't invent this aeroplane at all.
Brother, that hurts so much.
We've only been brothers for a couple hours. It's insane how
Charging
many...
off, getting into the aeroplane.
Hey, you get back here! That's the only aeroplane!
Flying towards the sun.
No, don't do that! Don't you remember the end of the Icarus story?
No, I didn't finish it. What happened?
You should have finished it! Orville! He actually made it to the sun. He went into it and boinged up.
I'm so sorry, sir.
That's okay. I didn't much like him anymore.
I see he took all the blueprints for the aeroplane.
Oh, God damn it.
Sir Gavin, quickly, you are needed. Here, this scroll contains a very important message for the king of the nearby nation of Gluckston. I trust none other to carry it.
Thank you, newsbringer. This clearly is very important information. I shall ride night and day until I reach Gluckston.
With all swiftness, Sir Gavin, for you will surely be pursued by by foes from the other nation on our other side, Crookston. So therefore, you must take our swiftest steed, this camel.
Could I not take right next to the camel? There is a white stallion. Such a beautiful beast she is.
No, you must take the camel.
Why?
The camel is our swiftest and best beast to transport.
All right. I'm not one to judge a book by its cover, but the stallion looks much swifter and gentler.
I see. You are a man who knows his steeds. So I must trust you on this, Sir Gavin. Therefore, you shall take the elephant.
What? No. Look, you're the newsbringer. You know the news. You know the information. I suppose, then take the camel. But you promise me that this will not result in any japery or nonsense as I ride it swiftly to the nearby kingdom?
Naturally not, sir. No japery, no nonsense. As a matter of fact, you can see on the camel's saddlebags here that we have no japery embroidered there in gold thread.
Oh, that is true. Well, all right. Goodbye, white stallion. I shall now mount the camel with the news for the kingdom of
Gluckston.
Gluckston.
And away,
Crookston.
Sir Gavin! Away with all speed!
Yeah!
Clop.
Clop. Clop. Well, surely the horse can go a bit faster than this, can't it?
Gather round, villagers! See the brave Sir Gavin as he gallops away!
Thank you, Sir Gavin! You're our hero!
That scroll shall spell deliverance for us. Look at him. Clop.
Clip. Clop.
Clop.
Clip. On my steed. Continue faster than this, please.
Oh, that reminds me, actually. I need to get some milk from the store. I'll just take the white stallion real quick.
What?
And I got it.
Newsbringer.
And I'm back.
Well, he was rather fast at the store, even. Newsbringer, look, the stallion is faster than the camel.
We cannot hear you. Your steed is racing at such a
I'm
pace.
3 feet away. I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, look at that great hero zooming away into the horizon.
Oh, you stupid camel. Go faster. Here.
Clop.
Oh, well, at least a sort of a trot, perhaps.
Soldiers of Crookston, into the city, find the messenger who bears the scroll, and cut him down. After him. Clop.
Aye, Captain.
Clop.
Here we go.
Clop.
Well, here we go, all on our camels.
Oh, yes. Look, ahead, I see a rider. And by the colour of his livery, it can be none other than brave Sir Gavin.
Oh my goodness, it's the Knights of Crookston. I must... Please, camel, please, go a bit faster.
Clop.
Oh.
We... He has such a lead upon us. Can we reach him?
I suppose I'm lucky that they're all riding camels as well. Wait a minute.
Oh, hey, Sir Gavin. Just walking past you here.
Of course, I should just run. I should just run to the kingdom of Grunstein, dismounting my camel. Oh, the sand, it's getting hard to run on. Oh no. It's very hard to run on sand, everybody knows that, but I'm sliding backwards. Oh no. Oh no, I'm sliding so far backwards, I've passed back behind my camel towards the hordes of Crookston.
Look, the fool has dismounted from his mighty steed. But wait, it could be a cunning trap. No idiot would willingly get off a camel in the desert. You'd slide around on the sand. He must be plotting something. Lieutenant!
Yes, Captain.
We will outwit him at his own game. Dismount thy camel.
Dismount, camel!
No, just you, not the rest of us.
Everybody! Whoa, whoa.
It's hard to stay balanced.
Oh no! We're all sliding around. I'm no nearer to the kingdom than when I started. I've had enough of this. I'm going to get on the white stallion.
No! Sir, look, he's getting on the white stallion. Yeah, so that's his game, is it? That white stallion must be some kind of camel in disguise. All right, I'll dismount. Bring out the black stallion. Yeah, I'll just mount this one. You think you can beat me at a horse game then, do you?
Okay, white stallion, I'm sorry I didn't get on you first. Yeah, as fast as you can. Whoa, I'm slipping on the sand. Whoa. The horse can talk. Whoa.
The black stallion, I'm also slipping on the sand.
Oh, no, black stallion, why would they ask us to do this?
We're only good for short trips to the store. Everybody knows that.
Sure, I can pick up milk.
but long...
I'm slip sliding all around.
But long journeys through the slippery desert, that's a job for a camel.
Oh. Fellow camel. Guess they all learned their lesson, don't you think?
I'd agree, fellow camel.
Yeah, I agree too. Why don't we just go off into the desert without them?
Hey, look at that old man coming up with some strange contraption with wings.
Hello. Hello there. My name is Wilbur Wright. I'm a generous and decent man, and I like to give people rides. Or perhaps camels.
Oh, it sounds fun. I'm Orr, and this is Bill. Well,
No!
we'd be... Now, we've also got Mr.'s Random Words and Generator bring you their newest device, the Random Word Generator. So
Can we at least call them messers?
Fine. Messrs. Random Word and Generator now bring you the following random words.
Good, I like that.
Chase, paragraph, blame, risk, functional, depressed, crash, bowel, pupil, arrange.
All right, students. Today, calm down. Get to your seats. It's time to take the standardized test.
Nigel, have you been studying for the standardized test?
Oh, no. Yes, of course I've been studying. I must. This is the only way I would be accepted to university.
Well, let's just see how we do then, on this standardized test.
Very well, Niles.
Oh, here comes old, bald Mr. Clement handing out the tests.
All right, one for you, and one for you. One for you. Continue on. Yes, and now, today is the most important test of your lives. If you don't pass this one, you'll never get into university. And you might get forced to go teach in some country other than your own, like England, except that is your country.
Sometimes I think that old Mr. Clement gives away part of what happened to him when he talks to us.
Crumple, crumple, paper, throw. Poof.
Let's just have a look at these questions then.
Oh, yes, indeed. And no talking during the test.
Later that day. Well, how do you think you did, Nigel?
Oh, Niles, I think I did rather well on the test.
I hope so.
What about you?
I hope I did well as well, but if I didn't do well, I have a backup plan.
A backed-up plan? Well, do go on.
Well, they said that we can't get into university unless we pass the standardized test, right?
Yes, of course.
But I've discovered a loophole in the university charter.
A loophole?
Quite so, quite so. A hole that is so looped. Two students who failed the standardized test might still be able to get into university.
Well, go on then. I, of course, didn't study for the test, so I'd be interested to hear.
All we have to do is travel around the world in 80 days, and then they have to let us into university.
Okay. Where did you get this information from, Niles?
As I told you, it's in the university charter here. Have a look.
Yes.
It's right here. Yeah, you read it out loud.
All students must pass the standardized exams in order to gain entry to the university. Mm-hmm. In its stead, they may be permitted to ride around the world in 80 days. That doesn't seem like enough, Niles.
And now, admittedly, they no doubt this small caveat is in there because they didn't think anybody could get around the entire world in such a short amount of time. But it is technically a viable means of travel.
Nigel! Niles! Get in here!
That's Mr. Clement.
Mr. Clement himself.
We'd better get in there.
From America.
Teaching us about all the standard subjects in his gruff Yankee way.
Yeah, that's right. I heard everything you just said. And guess what? You both failed the test. Did you even study?
Nigel, we failed the test.
Oh, I feel such woe and such pity.
Let us writhe upon the ground.
Yes, I have collapsed to the ground and I roll back and forth. I slowly disrobe of my garment. No. Put your clothes back on. Yeah, well, this'll teach you too. You think you could get by all of school just by being fancy little British boys. Well, that's not how it works. You have to study and you have to get good scores on your tests. Now you're gonna be held over and there's no possible way you'll get into university. I know that for sure because I read one page of the university handbook which explains that if you don't pass your standardized exams, you can't get in. Finally.
I don't know why you hate us so, Mr. Clement.
Because you're annoying.
Time for a crumpet and jam.
Crumpets and jam. Fine for me, fine for you. And look, we each have a little teapot in our hands, and we've hooked our arms around each other to pour each other a cup.
Ha ha!
Ha ha! Pour, sip, sip.
But you're quite wrong, Mr. Clement. We shan't be held over, and we shall be going to university.
And that is your response to something I said like a minute ago, yes? Well, it was tea time.
Tea time?
Tea time stops for no man, Mr. Clement.
You'll be stuck here teaching year after year of fancy British boys while we go to university and become solicitors. That's what they call lawyers in England.
Yeah, I know. You were trying to get into solicitation school. That's what they call law school here in Britain.
Yes, and it's not just trying, we shall get in.
No, you won't.
Oh, no? Why don't you read the first line on the second page of the student handbook?
Oh, I didn't realize the student handbook was 2 pages long. Hey, student should be allowed to around the world in 80 days. Well, there's no way you two will be able to do that. What's this? The subscript? With only passage will be allowed with the accompaniment of a chaperone in the form of the exam's proctor. Now, wait a minute, you two. I don't know.
No.
All right.
You have to come with us, Mr. Clement.
No, wait a minute. Surely there's another university in this country, right? No, there is not.
There is the one.
And it is called Oxford.
Oxford.
We're the finest lads in all of the land. We go to Oxford and shake each other's hand.
Well, we'd better get started. We've only got 79 days, 23 hours, and 52 minutes.
Oh, no, this can't. No,
It starts
no.
right after you fail the exam.
Well, surely there's no way. What's this? The headmaster?
It's official. I am here, the headmaster of this school.
Yes, you always say that when you come in the door. Look, these two doofuses, they failed their exam, and they're telling me I have to guide them on a balloon tour around the whole world.
I don't recall anyone mentioning a balloon.
Good point. But it is. And we are inflating it right now.
Oh, I need another helium tank.
At least one more.
Well, Mr. Clement, I know that you don't want to go on this trip.
No.
But the university handbook is quite clear. If these two boys wish to attempt the World Crossing Challenge, they must be accompanied by the proctor of the exam, who is you.
Oh, no. This is terrible news. Well, then, come along, Mr. Clement.
Into the basket!
Board the basket.
Furthermore, Mr. Clement, you should know that you have to do your best to help them cross the world in 80 days.
Oh, I shouldn't have to do my best.
Well, you do. After all, you will be pursued by
What?
the enemy.
Who's that?
Oh, of course, that's the enemy.
I'm sure they'll show themselves whenever it is appropriate. Now, onto the basket we go, and we rise to the sky. From
the
Britain we
sky.
head west.
Look at the university shrinking beneath us. And as I watch them rising up, Mr. Clement arguing all the while, now I shall head down this hallway to a small dark door.
Oh, headmaster, I am quite ready to be admitted to solicitor school.
I thought you would be, but it cannot happen, as there are only a few spots in solicitor school. However, there are 2 who failed the exam, and if they should die, then you and your equally evil sister can take their spots and become solicitors.
Oh, wonderful, Diana. It seems the headmaster will do all he can to help us succeed.
So it seems, Artemis, we will have to prevent these 2 young fancy British boys from crossing the world in 80 days.
Oh, I simply detest fancy British boys.
As do I.
But headmaster, what's this? Cover on your name tag that says headmaster. It is a sort of sticking device, and I'm removing it, and it says, Psst, the enemy.
Just so. Now, I will serve as the evil version of Mr. Clement. Let us
Very
depart.
good.
Let us depart, my 2 evil daughters, in a black hot air balloon.
Yes.
Quite right.
Quite right indeed. And we will be solicitors in no time.
Meanwhile, oh, it's lovely. We appear to be flying over France.
Yes, indeed. Oh, look at that tower. So very Eiffeled it is.
I've never seen a more Eiffeled tower, nor an arc that's quite as triumph.
Good God.
Well, we'll have to land here in Paris to resupply with helium.
What? You mean we made it one country over and we already have to resupply with helium?
Oh, don't act like you know how a hot air balloon works.
I know, I just hoped the whole thing would go a little faster.
Well, fortunately, we still have 43 days.
Oh, no. Look, I can tell you right now, the goal is not going... It's impossible. If it took us 37 days of our 80 days to get to France, there's no way we can cross the Earth in the remaining 43.
Oh, dear. Nigel.
Oh,
I think old bald Mr. Clement, naysayer and grumbler that he is, might have a point.
Oh, it may be true, this bold and rapidly aging man, his beard patched with gray and his odor becoming even more rank. All right, that's enough. Look,
Cedar, did I hear that you are in need of a faster conveyance to cross the world?
well, yeah, I suppose they are. And I also have to do my best to help them.
Allow us to introduce ourselves. We are Messieurs Sleazy, Crazy, and Creep.
I am crazy.
And I am Creep.
So, we think we can provide you with something that can go a bit faster.
Just un petit faster.
Oh, just une croissance worth faster.
But all it will
A croissant's worth faster?
it will cost you something.
All right. Well, tell us what it is first.
Oh, very well. We will tell you like this.
Oh, no. No, I can't. yes. Entertain us.
When you want to go fast to end the world, you want to go past. There's only one thing you need.
Oh, when you want to go quick, this will do the trick. I have a white steed.
The white steed looks normal, but it isn't. It goes faster than a peasant. This white steed is a robot horse that goes as fast as it has to, of course.
Well, Niles, this gives me an idea.
What's that, Nigel?
I think that we should board the steed, and once we're on, we're sure to be freed from this horrible situation we're in, and then we'll get to college again.
An excellent plan
Stop!
and great...
Stop this! I can't take this anymore. This guy's trying to sell us a horse to run around the world.
And not just a normal horse, though. This is a robot horse, as you can see. A white robot horse that we have built.
Nay.
All you have to do is insert a coin into this slot on his side and see how fast he goes.
Oh my, that is a fast robot horse.
He will be back in a few moments.
Look, boys, are you sure that this is the best thing we could do? You could just take my class over again, and next year you can go to solicitor school.
Are you suggesting, Mr. Clement, that you don't want to do your best in helping us cross the world in 80 days? 43
Because
days.
that's very much against the rules. No,
So
it's not that I don't want to do my best. It's just that, look,
Are you saying you don't trust these three shady Frenchmen who just appeared?
Yes, because we can sing the song again if
we
you
will
want.
sing the song again.
No. Look, boys, you're the most annoying two little British boys in my class full of little British boys, and I just don't know how this is going to teach you any more than our exam has already taught you.
Well, it's not really supposed to teach us anything. It's just...
It's supposed to test our knowledge thus far, not teach us anything new. Okay, I misspoke. What's that in the distance?
Looks like their balloon is rather grounded, daughters.
Indeed, Headmaster, Daddy. Good thing our rocket ship needs very little helium.
Indeed. We were right to exchange our thematically appropriate black balloon for
right.
a much more efficient rocket ship. As we pass over them, let's give them a little surprise. Diana, drop the payload.
With pleasure. No, that's you.
Oh, yes, avec
I'm
plaisir,
Artemis,
father.
of course.
Click. Oh, Mr. Clement, mayonnaise! Someone's just dumped it on.
Oh, we are simply covered in the stuff. What the hell? Hey, you, Frenchie, give me those binoculars.
Where's my binocular?
Is that the headmaster and his daughters, Artemis and Diana?
No, zoom in on his name tag.
Okay, I will zoom in with the binoculars. The enemy, of course. He warned us that someone would be trying to stop our quest.
And they haven't done anything for 37 days.
Father, I must agree that this rocket ship was a very good idea, considering we had only made it to Cambridge by the time we
Indeed,
40
we were.
days had passed.
Indeed, we were unlucky to get that crosswind, which took us in the wrong direction. But now, with our rocket ship, we will... Wait, hold on. Are we trying to beat them in a race or stop them?
Oh dear, turn around, Father. We've
difficult
made a terrible mistake.
We've got no choice now, Mr. Clement. We've got to buy this robot horse from the sleazy Frenchman.
Yes, and it shall cost you no more than 1 million francs.
1 million francs is a bargain.
I don't have 1 million francs.
Then you mean, why don't you simply sign away your retirement fund to us?
Oh, no, I'm not going to. You must do your very best.
That means using all your resources.
Oh, I hate this. Oh, I can't believe the horrible backstory I have, which caused me to teach at this British school. Would you two be interested in hearing about that at all as I sign this, or
Not at all.
not of interest to us?
We're
no,
getting on the
horse
robot.
belongs to us.
And we get to retire on an English teacher's pension.
Wonderful. We are filthy rich now. Oh, if
Yeah.
I had 1 million francs, I tell you what I do. I go out
to England and I buy a bike for me and you. Look at them go, singing away.
Yes, going to buy a bicycle, I guess.
Oh, now let's just put a coin into our new robot friend and...
Nay. Quickly get on, Mr. Clement. Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Ah!
All right, I've successfully turned the rocket ship around. Now we're ready to
Yes,
fully...
here we are in France. We're ready to sabotage them.
Now all we have to do is...
Whoa! Woo! We all spun around.
Blast, and then we did, daughters. It looks as though they've acquired a robot horse.
Oh no, Father! What if a robot horse should get them to their destination? Then we'll never become solicitors.
You're quite right. Fortunately, I have this little tube of blue nitrous, which I can pour into our rocket ship's engine for an extra turbo boost.
Oh, wonderful, isn't it, Diana?
Oh, Artemis, it's delightful. Artemis and Diana Enemy will soon be the best solicitors in all of England.
Well, Headmaster Enemy, get on the rocket. On the rocket. It's sort of a Wile E. Coyote rocket. We all know that.
Here we go. Well,
Hey, kids, shouldn't we slow down? We've passed through most of Asia.
we're coming to a stop. Here we are in Japan. But I have no more coins for our horse. Have you any coins?
Impressive it was able to cross an ocean, don't you think?
Well, it's a very good horse. Well, Mr. Clement, what now that we are in Japan, we must get on, but if we can't find a coin for our robot horse, we'll need a different conveyance.
I suppose you're right. I did pick up some Japanese, in my early days in America as an
excellent.
academic.
Then you and I can have a conversation, sir, as I am speaking Japanese now.
Yeah, let me speak to this person in Japanese as well. You won't be able to understand, but I will.
We can't understand what's being said. That was part of the standard test.
Yes, almost 50% of the standardized exam was just Japanese language studies.
Yes, it's actually quite a complex language, but we wouldn't know because we didn't study.
Hello, good sir. I come from England with these two failures of students, and I need to help them get around the whole entire world.
I understand, and you've been using that coin-operated robot horse.
Oh, you recognize it?
Yeah, it's quite famous. But I understand that you don't have any more coins for the robot horse.
No more coins, it's true.
Well, I don't have any coins that would fit in such a horse either. But if you're interested, I'll trade you for my submarine.
Oh, so horse for submarine, even trade?
No, I don't want the horse. I want your left arm.
No, sir,
That part we understood.
there is one phrase we learned in Japanese, and what is that, Niles?
I want your left arm in exchange for my submarine.
You're kidding me. Why did you learn that phrase? And it just happened to be what this man asked for?
Well, but that's beside the point because you have to do your best.
You have to do your best. Okay, but what if my best is not removing one of my arms? I'm sorry, sir. I know you can't understand what I'm saying right now.
Oh, no, actually, I speak fluent English.
Oh, then, okay.
I just thought it was nice that you also spoke Japanese.
You know what, Niles, I'm done. I'm through with this whole charade. I'm going home. I don't care about doing my best, and I...
But then we should never make it into university.
Yes, and poor Mr. Clement should be executed. What?
Why is your life not worth helping us?
What are you talking about? I'm not going to be... Oh, didn't you read the subscript?
The third page of the student handbook.
Why are those pages so sticky?
We were eating pudding.
Yes, and we're British, so pudding just means dessert. Guess what we had for pudding? I don't know what. Pudding!
Also, we're messy.
God damn it! This is unbelievable. What's that? Coming across the sea?
Our nitrous is slowing down now, but soon we will be upon them, daughters.
Indeed, and then I will be able to shoot them with my machine gun.
And I also have a machine gun.
Oh my god. All right, fine, I'll give you my left arm.
Excellent. I'll just make a note here. Your left arm belongs to me.
Oh, good. I thought maybe I'd have to do it right now. A man came up behind me with a sharpened blade.
Well, pleasure doing business with you. Here's the keys to the submarine.
Ow.
We best apply a tourniquet.
1, 2, 3, and 4. A tourniquet for you forevermore.
Into this man's submarine.
All right, here we go. There they are, Headmaster. Shall we continue to fire at them?
I would suggest you continue to fire at them.
Quickly, kids, get in the submarine. Curses, they've gone underwater.
Not to worry. This machine can be retrofitted to go underwater, though it will take us some hours to do so. I will land here. They've gotten a little bit of a lead, but they haven't escaped us yet, daughters.
Wonderful.
All right. Well, I can't believe we've been in the submarine for almost 2 weeks, Nigel.
Yes, I can hardly believe it myself. What do you think, Mr. Clement? I'm so hungry. I can't believe I'm still alive. I guess this tourniquet worked pretty well.
Yes, we are quite good at tourniquets, but they're not on the standardized test.
Well, looks like we should be reaching the shores of California in no time.
Oop! We've reached the surface, and we're in sunny California. Hey, dudes!
Hey, what's up? my name's Surfer.
And I'm Boogie Boarder.
We're brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to California.
Okay, we did not ask.
But our dear friend Mr. Clement needs medical attention, and also we need a way to keep on our trip around the world.
A trip around the world, you say?
That sounds bodacious.
Bodacious indeed, especially considering when I look off into the ocean, it looks like a torpedo's heading straight your way, dudes.
Oh, that could only be our enemies.
Yes, we have enemies.
Well,
God.
you better get down
Oh,
onto
God. They've launched a bomb at us.
Well, you better get to our crab shack.
Yes, I think that sounds best. So, Surfer, Boogie Boarder, do you have some way for us to travel across the continental United States?
Well, let me consult with my brother here for a moment. Now, brother, these little tiny dudes seem to be in trouble. Well, there goes the torpedo.
Whoa, bodacious, dude.
That took out a lot of beachgoers.
Yup, they're dead. Hey, guess what? More waves for us, dude.
Yeah. Well, little dudes, we were planning on saving this for our retirement, but you guys seem to be in big trouble. So we're gonna let you take our giant crab pulled wagon.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, but what will you do with your retirement then?
That's a good question. I guess we're just gonna have to keep surfing until we're real old.
It's a good point, Boogie Boarder. I imagined when we turned 65, we would ride a wagon that was pulled by a big crab until we died. But since circumstances have made a change, we shall merely continue to surf.
Yep. Oh, you should know one thing, though. The giant crab who pulls the wagon hates bald men.
Oh no! Mr. Clement is a bald man.
He has no hair. Tall.
I have alopecia. I didn't want to say anything. It's rude of you to. The crab! I'm being pinched! Help! Boys, help me! Well, that doesn't seem like doing your best.
No, indeed.
What? I'm being attacked!
Daughters.
Yes.
We must now remove the additions that allowed our rocket ship to operate underwater.
Indeed. Time to go back to being above water.
Quite so, daughters. But we still have the advantage, for they have less than 20 days to complete their journey, and they're still on the west coast of the United States.
That's right. For 37 days to get to France, and then 5 more or so to get to... No, 13 more to get to California.
Yes, well, with a stopover in Japan.
Right. Well, There's one thing I know, Headmaster Father Enemy, and that is this. There's no way they'll be able to return to England unless they find a crab the size of a buffalo.
And such a crab would have to be trained to pull a wagon.
But there's no way that sort of thing would happen.
The very idea is fanciful.
Crash!
Father!
It is the crab we mentioned!
Curses! They have just such a crab as they needed.
Oh, Father, what shall we do?
Not to fear. They will never survive the grueling trip through the barrens of Midwestern Canada.
Why are they going so far north, do you think?
I don't know, but that's clearly the direction that they're going.
All right. Well, we've fixed up the rocket, and I've brought something I bring with me everywhere, sister.
What's
a
that?
Big pot of butter.
Ooh. Shall we eat it now?
No. No, I know you finished the rest of the mayonnaise, but, no, I have a better idea.
Oh, well, Nigel, it has been a fine week being pulled along by our crab, even if he does stop every few minutes to pinch at Mr. Clement.
I'm in so much pain.
But we are now in the far north of Canada.
Clop, 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 clop. Hello there, eh?
A Mountie! Look, Nigel!
Oh, I see him. Look, Mr. Clement. I see.
Oh, Mountie, what news?
Well then, there, you two. I noticed you're riding this big crab there, eh?
Absolutely. Our big crab pulls our wagon.
Oh, I see that. Well, you three wouldn't happen to be trying to get back to England, would you?
Oh, yes, we must get back to England. We are on a journey to travel the whole world in 80 days in order to get into university.
Wow! And how many days have you gone so far?
68.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you could take our secret Canadian tunnel back to the UK.
The Canadian tunnel? I thought it was but a legend.
Tunnel?
I thought it was mere legend.
I thought so too. Ha! Legend. How do you think we're supposed to worship Her Majesty the Queen? She's on our money after all.
Not any longer.
What year is it?
Obviously this year.
Oh, of course. Well, we still got the tunnel.
Well, shall we take the tunnel?
I think we shall. Mr. Clement, what do you think? Please, just get me home.
Oh, all right, let's just steer our crab to... What's this? A wave of boiling butter!
Ah! It's pouring directly on me! Ah!
Good thing we have our heat-proof umbrellas, eh, Nigel?
Yes, and our butterproof slickers.
Oh, that poor Mountie, killed by the boiling butter.
Boys, I think the crab is done for, and Canadians are appearing from every which direction to eat the crab.
Flash, flash, flash.
Oh, they're like zombie Canadians.
Yeah, most of Canada is like the hills have eyes, yes.
Oh.
But not to worry. This is Canada after all. The entire interior of the tunnel is smooth ice. Put on your ice skates.
Wonderful, and let us do our finest routine. Triple axel.
Flip. And, Mr. Clement, you're just sliding on your back down the ice tunnel. You're poor.
Wait. Wait, boys, look. Wait, It's the 79th day, and I think I see the end of the tunnel.
That was a long tunnel.
Indeed it was. I get so distracted whenever I'm ice skating.
But Mr. Clement is right. The tunnel which opens right up in front of our university. But wait, look. Something is reaching the end of the tunnel first. This is it, my daughters. Our last chance to stop them. Initiating mecha mode.
I'll take the right arm.
I'll take the left arm. And I'll form the head. Oh dear.
Oh dear, Niles, it seems that our enemies have formed a gigantic robot. Not unlike the horse we rode some 60 days ago.
Somewhat different, though, because our horse did not have a mode where it could change from vehicle form to a humanoid mechanical form.
It did not.
But, Mr. Clement, you will have to fight the robot now.
What? Alone?
We are mere boys.
We cannot fight a robot. You must do your best.
But not to worry. I have here a ladle.
Yes, and I have here a folding fan.
You'll be fine.
This is... Boys, I can't go any farther. I'm missing an arm. I've been roasted in butter. I've been chopped up by an angry crab. And now you expect me to fight a robot on my own? This reminds me of the whole reason I came to the UK in the first place. When my father...
Out you go!
Ah!
They've sent Clement to face us alone, daughters.
Very well. I shall initiate my first attack. Right arm, punch. Ow!
That was a good one, sister. Now I'll initiate my attack. Left arm, plasma beam.
Phew! Ah! A hole right through my stomach. Ah!
Excellent work. Now I'll activate the little 3 sets of missiles that are on either side of the head of the robot.
Missiles! I'm gonna run away. Why did this have to happen to me? Why did I have to meet these two boys? Ah!
Oh, what will you do once you're a solicitor, Nigel?
I'm a solicitor. I will help defend. I will help defend criminals and make sure they never go to prison.
Wonderful. I will defend wealthy people.
Wonderful.
La 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 la
Tra-la-la, tra-la-la.
We nearly have him. Our targeting reticule is following him. Soon it will have him. Excellent. Prepare for final bombardment. All weapons at 100%.
Very good, Father.
Initiating power-up sequence.
Oh, if only there were something that could save me. I don't even care about those stupid boys anymore.
Clop.
Huh?
Clop.
What?
Clop.
What's this?
Clop. Clop.
Oh, great.
Clop.
A slow little camel.
Clop.
What's that, boy? You're saying get on? Oh, what do I have to lose? Okay, hold up.
Clop. Clop. He's on a camel, daughters. Not to worry. I simply have to turn and retarget. That's odd. Do you remember, did they replace the yard of the school where we are with just a big bunch of slippery sand?
They did, Father. They just replaced the yard of the school where we are with slippery sand.
They did that last week. Well, it shouldn't matter after all. We're in a giant mecha. Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa! Oh! We're slip sliding all along.
Oh dear, the targeting reticule has turned back and landed on us.
Turn it around, Father! Turn it around!
I'm trying. Oh dear, Nigel. That was a nuclear explosion.
It sure was, Niles. Good thing I was wearing my nuclear fallout snorkel.
Quite right. Our snorkels protect us from the worst of any nuclear explosion.
Well then, who's that emerging from the rubble and the smoke?
Clop, 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 clop.
I did it, boys!
Well done, Mr. Clement.
Yes, well done, Mr. Clemens. And if you had done it a mere 10 minutes earlier, we would have succeeded in our trip.
Unfortunately, you were just a little too late, and we won't be getting into the university.
What? No. Look, look at the calendar. It's
Bring out
80
the
days.
block. Oh, look at that large man with a black hood and a sharp curved axe approaching.
Wait, boys, you don't want me to die, do you?
Well, Mr. Clement, you.
Wait.
What do you think, Nigel? He has been an amusing companion on our trip.
It is true. Fine, Mr. Clement. We shall talk to the Grim Reaper, Death himself, or themself? I'll have to ask. But you, as long as you continue to be our teacher next year when we retake the class.
Yes, you will be our teacher forever.
No.
Did we mention that we are immortal?
It is true, Mr. Clement.
We will take this class and fail over and over and over.
Oh, and I guess I'll never get to say my backstory.
I mean, I guess you could say it now.
Okay, well, I was living in the United States.
We should have talked to the Grim Reaper.
He is a fast one, isn't he? It's they, them, actually.
We'll make a note.
And then, of course, Death is brought to you by Tommy's Mandarin Oranges. Nobody makes... Yes?
Nobody makes oranges like Tommy. Not even Death itself. Well, I enjoyed that, Josh.
I think that's all our ad reads, Jesse. We're going to be
so.
rich after this episode.
Oh, yeah. A lot of sponsorship.
Yeah. Are people supposed to ask you to do those before you do them?
No, that wouldn't make sense. You'd be constantly
Good. The money should be coming.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, good. Finally, I can pay Steve Wilder Blumenthal of WilderBlueMusic.com for all the music he contributed to our show that you've been hearing all along.
All of our wonderful music, original music. And also, you'll finally be able to get other places on social media beyond the ones you already are on, which are...
Instagram, at The Josh Pilch Show. Watch City Island on PBS Kids.
Yeah.
And you don't use social media, do you?
No.
No.
But I could once those big checks come rolling in.
Right. Okay, that's
I'll
true.
get a personal
it's
assistant
just too expensive
to do it for me. Yeah.
But if you did, then where would they find you?
Oh, probably on Instagram at jesse.moriarty, I imagine.
There we go. That works.
Anyway, Josh.
yeah.
Anyway, if you find yourself being chased by the predator on a stand-up paddleboard lake.
Yeah, or I guess if you find yourself, I already forgot it. We just talked about it. If you find yourself
in Orville Wright's property, and you take advantage of his good nature to make yourself into the next Wright brother.
right, and if the third place also,
If you find yourself in a place that only a camel can traverse and not a horse, or
thank you, Jesse, you're my hero. But of course, if you're riding that camel and it takes you all the way around the world to get you your solicitor's degree that you've wanted so badly,
then you might be in Big
a
Town.
redneck. Oh, in Big Town.
And from Big Town
To your
Your
town. Bye.
Your Town is brought to you by Flimpy Gnomes, inflatable gnomes.